Good morning, students. Welcome to the online lecture of Class 6 Science. In the last lecture, we have completed up to our chapter number 5, Separation of Substances. And I have given the PDF file of this question answer. So, in today's lecture, we will discuss the question answer. So, starting from question number 1. Why do we need to separate different components of a mixture? Give two examples. So, firstly, we have to explain what is the need of separation and we have to give two examples. So, your answer will be before using a substance, we need to separate harmful or non-useful substance that may be mixed with it. Sometimes we separate even useful component if we need to use them separately. And the example are we used to separate slightly larger size impurity like the piece of dirt, stone and husk from wheat, rice or pulses by hand picking method. The next example is rice or pulses are usually washed before cooking. When we add water to this, the impurities like dust and soil particles get separated. The question number 2. What is winnowing and where is it used? So the answer will be winnowing is method of separating components of mixture containing heavier and lighter component by wind or by blowing air. It is used to separate husk and particles from the seed of grain. The winnowing method is very long, but we have written the answer in very short. The overview. Winnowing is the method of separating components of a mixture containing heavier and lighter component. When in a substance there is a mixture of heavier and lighter component, winnowing can be used. And wind is used for the winnowing. And the example is us separating husk particles from the seed of grain. Moving further, question number 3. How will you separate husk or dirt particles from a given sample of pulses before cooking? Husk or bigger pieces of dirt particles can be removed from a sample of pulses by hand picking. When in a mixture, impurities are present but in a less amount, then hand picking option can be taken. So, for removing the husk or dirt particles from a sample of pulses, we can use hand picking. Question number 4. What is sieving? Where is it used? Answer is sieving is the process of filtering components of mixture of different sizes. Sieving allows fine particles to pass through the hole of the sieve while the bigger impurities remain on the sieve. Sieving is used in the flour mills to separate broken particles of grain from the flour. It is also used at construction site to separate lumps, smaller stone from the mixture of sand and cement. This whole process we have seen in detail in the previous lecture and example is also discussed. Question number 5. How will you separate sand and water from the mixture? To separate sand and water from their mixture, we follow the following steps. Leave mixture to sand and undistributed for some time in a container. We have to give some time to mixture of sand and water. What will happen after giving that time? Sand settle at the bottom of the container. It is called sedimentation. Gently pour the water into the other container, which is called decantation. And we may also use filter paper to remove the fine particle of sand present in the water, which is known as filtration. Question number 6. Is it possible to separate sugar mixed with wheat flour? If yes, how will you do it? Answer 6 is yes. Through sieving, we can separate sugar mixed with wheat flour because the size of particle of wheat flour are much smaller than the size of particle of sugar. So, that mixture can be separated by sieving. Question number 7 is how would you obtain clear water from a sample of muddy water? So let's see. Following steps are required to obtain clear water from muddy water. The first step is allow muddy water to stand undistributed in a container. As in the previous question number 5, we have seen that we give some time to settle down the particles. So here also we will do that. After some time, mud settle at the bottom of the container. This process is called sedimentation. Upper layer is a clear water. Pour the clear water gently into the another container. This process is called decantation. To remove finer impurity, we can filter this water again with the help of filter paper, and that process is called filtration. Moving further to question number 8, fill up the blanks. So the question is the method of separating seeds of paddy from its stalk is called dash. So the answer is threshing. B is when milk cooled after boiling is poured onto a piece of cloth, the cream is left behind on it. This process of separating cream from milk is an example of churning. Salt is obtained from sea water by the process of evaporation. Impurities settled at the bottom when muddy water was kept overnight in a bucket. The clear water was then poured off from the top. The process of separation used in this example is called sedimentation and decantation. All these four questions we have discussed in the previous lectures, so I am not going in the detail. The next is question 9, true or false. So question a mixture of milk and water can be separated by filtration. We know that by adding water into the milk, both become one. Okay, the solution cannot be separated by any means, so the statement is false. A mixture of powder salt and sugar can be separated by the process of winnowing. See, powder salt and sugar can be separated, but the process used is not winnowing, so the statement is false. The C is separation of sugar from tea can be done by filtration. This is totally wrong because for making tea we add sugar and that melted totally in the tea. So that cannot be separated by the use of filtration. So the statement is false. And the last one is grain and husk can be separated with the process of decantation. Okay. Is it true or false? Yes, false. Okay. Moving further, question number 10. Lemonade is prepared by mixing lemon juice and sugar in water. You wish to add ice to cool it. Should you add ice to the lemonade before or after dissolving sugar? In which case, would it be possible to dissolve more sugar? So, we have seen that with the higher temperature of water, more sugar can be dissolved. So, if we will add ice, the amount of sugar dissolved in that will be less. So the answer is we should add sugar before adding ice. Sugar dissolve in warm water more quickly than in cold water. We can dissolve more sugar before mixing ice in water. So here we are ending our chapter number 5. From next week we will start our new chapter, chapter number 6. Thank you.